This is the 5 tech things you should know about episode number 68 for November 9th, 2010, brought to you by Mosey and the Luxor Hotels. Hey everybody, Jeffrey Powers here, and welcome to the 5 tech things you should know about for you weekend warriors of tech that don't want too much information overload. Let's get into your 5 tech things you should know about. Alright, we all heard about what happened over at WikiLeaks with Julian Assange, where he actually got arrested on Monday for sexual assault. He was charged, he was asked about bail. He said, I don't want any bail. I will wait for my court appearance on December 14th, and everything's good on that aspect right now. However, there's a lot of questions, a lot of problems with WikiLeaks right now. The biggest thing is about what's called this insurance file. Basically, it says if Julian Assange gets killed in some way, shape, or form, or if WikiLeaks goes offline for a long period of time, then this insurance file will start to come into play. Now, the insurance file is locked down with a high encryption, what's called AES 256. Basically, you'd have to take a long time to try and decrypt it, or you'd have to know the password. And if that password comes out and that password is used, we'll find out what's in that document. It might not be anything in that document. It might just be scripts from the Muppet movie or something like that. I don't know. But it could be a whole bunch of damaging documents. The biggest problem with WikiLeaks right now is the fact that they have a blackmail document out there that says, hey, if you try to take us down and you successfully take us down, we're going to put this big document out there. And eventually, even if that password doesn't come forward, I have a feeling somebody's going to try and decrypt it and find out what's on the WikiLeaks. It's a bad day for everybody, no matter where you live, the United States, Canada, Europe, because we don't know what's in that document. It could be anything from how the Kennedy assassination goes to mom's recipe on meatloaf. It might be absolutely nothing, and we're worried about this. Blackmail documents keep websites is not a great thing, and that's what really turns me off about WikiLeaks. And hopefully these WikiLeaks clones that start coming up won't have that same issue there. There really needs to be a website that has documents like this on there, but I think it needs to be controlled, not by government and not by certain corporations, but by a conglomerate of people so they can keep everything up and running, and there can be some accountability on there without some stupid file with high encryption that nobody knows about. It's a sad day, like I said, and we'll see what happens. We'll keep our eye on the WikiLeaks case and keep you as informed as we can. Alright, we had a big Chrome event this last week. I just spent a lot of time actually listening to this online. It turned out to just basically be about ChromeOS coming out very soon. Sad thing is it's not going to be out by Christmas time. It will be out after the new year. It'll be out on netbooks, it'll be out on tablets, it'll be out on desktops, wherever you want to download it and however you want to download it. I like the idea of the ChromeOS, but I think it's too simple for a lot of people. If you want to get your email, if you want to surf the web, if you want to do simple documents and stuff like that, you go up to the web store and you play some games using the HTML5 features on the new version of Chrome, then you're all good. But if you want to get into some serious work and getting some programs done, maybe Windows will still be there. We'll see what happens. With the web app stores now coming into play with Chrome, with Apple and their Mac web app store, we might find that getting an application will be just as easy as downloading it and installing. And some programs that you only find on a Windows PC, you might start seeing on Chrome, and you might start seeing on an Apple machine. And if that's the case, and that's all well and good, then you have a full functionality laptop or netbook, then that's going to be great. But if you're just sitting there and you're using Chrome to do your email and do your simple document retrieval, then it's just going to be another thing. Be perfect for a tablet, but for my desktop, I want something that I can do a lot more than just surf the web and check email. That's me. I know there's some of you out there that just want to do that, and this will be perfect for you. We're going to have to wait a couple months. You can download all the betas if you want to, but we're going to have to wait a couple months to see how this is really going to work into everyday life. If you got a lot of power cords, it just looks too ugly, then why don't you give this a try? It's called Grassy Power Station, and it's over at ThinkGeek, and it's only $25, and it charges your devices. Now, unfortunately, it's not like one of those pads that you just set the device on and it starts charging. The plugs are underneath the grass, and yes, it is fake grass, otherwise your device might get a little bit waterlogged from the evaporation from the vegetation. But you get into the fake grass, you find the plugs, you plug it in, you're charging your device, there's no ugly cords around there. It's actually good for the price, $25 to charge a few different devices. I'm assuming there's different adapters, so if you've got a different type of phone, you can plug that in as well. So if you want to get some really cool gift, I think this would be one for the holidays. And now let's go into a special segment we're going to do this week. Happy New Year! 2011 is fast approaching. A lot of you are talking about resolutions. What are you going to resolve to do for the next year? There's a lot of great things and a lot of great technology that's going to help you. Let's go for a quick top 5 on what those things are. First of all, if you're a smoker, then you might want to start thinking about e-cigarettes. Now, in smoking, of course, you have tar, you have nicotine, you have carcinogens. With an e-cigarette, it takes out the tar, it takes out the carcinogens, it gives you the nicotine level that you have, which is the addictive part of the smoking a cigarette, and it just puts it in there. Water vapor that exhales so it looks like smoke. You got the tip of that lights up so you can, it feels like you're actually smoking a cigarette. And of course that whole tactile feel of smoking a cigarette. As you work on, you buy new cartridges, and those cartridges can actually be less nicotine than the cartridges before. So eventually you can wean yourself off of smoking by simply buying weaker cartridges to smoke through. And the whole idea is eventually you'll continue and you'll end up stop smoking altogether. Now, I did smoke myself. I've stopped smoking for a long time, and I've been told you go through an 11 trial period. If you stop smoking, and once you start smoking, you make a plan to stop smoking again. For an e-cigarette like this, that would have been a lot easier because I would have been able to work myself off of cigarettes. So that's a great way to help with that New Year's resolution. Another way is to get fit. Everybody wants to do that. How is Netflix going to help you with that? Well, you get a Netflix membership, you can browse through other titles, and there are several health titles on there. There's several titles on how to eat right. There's several titles on how to exercise. You can get Billy Blanks and Tybo if you wanted. You can get Jane Fonda's workout if you wanted, all through Netflix or a Blockbuster account, maybe even in a Redbox. Certain Redboxes have certain different types of videos, and you can definitely go there. You can also go to a used bookstore and get those same types of videos. But the Netflix will give you something a little bit more and a little bit of variety. You send one disc back, you get another one. So this week you're working with Jane Fonda. Next week you're working with me and my workout video. Yeah, I have a workout video. I don't know where it is though. It's also a family thing because then you can spend time with the family by watching regular movies with the family movies and stuff like that. Another thing, if your resolution is to be with your family a little bit more, it's the gaming aspect. Now, a couple weeks ago, I talked about in the Black Friday episode, did you want to get games for your kids or do you want to get games for your family? Games for the kids like a Nintendo DS, but games for the family like an Xbox 360 with Kinect. A lot of people have gotten into this contact gaming system. When it started with the Wii, you could do family bowling night, and then of course PS3 got their game system, but with the Xbox 360 Kinect, without a controller, you can do whatever you need to do, and you can still get the exercise that you're looking for and work with and play with the family. So all in all, these two gifts do two things for resolutions: help with family and also exercise a little bit more. Of course, if your resolution is to read a little bit more, you know, with Google coming out with the bookstore, with Amazon coming out with the bookstore, and of course they have the free domain books that you can get for absolutely nothing. Books like Alice in Wonderland or Pride and Prejudice, you would be able to do a little bit more reading. So if your resolution is to get a little bit more reading in your lifestyle, this is a great way to do it. Get into those e-readers, get into those Kindles, and just read a lot of books. Of course, if there are books you'll have to pay for, and then that's how things work in today's economy. But you'll have a lot of choices, and you'll definitely work on that resolution. Finally, if you want to manage your debt, there's tons of ways to help with software-wise to get your debt under control. As simple as an Excel spreadsheet set up to just manage how you're spending your money, where you're spending your money, and how to go from there. You can also go to your bank, go on your online bank system, and see if they have any special programs to help you manage your money a little bit better and get that going. There's a lot of great ways that technology can help you manage your money, get your debt down, get your spending down, and even look at CDs and stocks and how to invest in your future. So next year you can say, hey, I made $1,000 on the stock market. I made $10,000 on the stock market. I made $1 million on the stock market. So happy New Year's and happy resolutions to you all. I hope that these quick 5 helped you with that. The 5 tech things you should know about, as well as the tech podcast CES live coverage, is sponsored by Luxor Hotels and Casinos. Go over to geekazine.com and click on the link for Luxor, and that'll get you to the Luxor website, which you'll get some great deals starting at $40 a night. For the hotel, just look for the Pyramid in Vegas. AMD released the AMD Phenom 2 X6 1100T. It is a 6-core processor running at 3.2 and 3.3 gigahertz, but can be overclocked to 3.7 gigahertz. The price is pretty low at $265. It's got the L2 cache, the L3 cache. Can run up to, you can put in a 6 gigabytes worth of memory, and you will have a very powerful machine. Now, if you have the step down on the processor, the previous version of the processor, stepping up to this 1100T might not give you extra power. But if you're looking for a new machine or looking how to build a new machine, the AMD route might be the way to go, especially if you're trying to save money. For about $500, you can get yourself a machine. For another $100, you get an operating system on, and you have a great, powerful machine to do a lot of video, to do a lot of audio, to do whatever you need it to do. Of course, with your computer, it is your life online. Remember that code GEEK. That's going to get you 15% off now until the end of the year. You've got only a few days left to partake in that 15% off. Backup now, backup often, backup offsite with Mozy Home Unlimited. Take your computer, back up the files, back up the pictures, the stuff that people cannot get back if your hard drive crashes, if somebody steals your machine, if your machine is in a fire or flood or anything like that. Or even if you get a new computer, because then you can back it up via Mozy, and then you can get everything on your new machine and then bring it back using the Mozy service. So back up now, back up often, back up offsite with Mozy.com. Remember the code GEEK now until the end of the year gets you 15% off that already low price. Alright, for the last thing, for the 5 tech things, I'm just going to give you a little special gift here. It's something close to my heart, even though it probably won't help with any New Year's resolution that I might have, but it's definitely the spirit of the season, and it has to do with bacon. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is the nativity scene, filled with bacon, and yeah, a little bit of sausage, too. It was found on a Picasa website by the user Say Uncle. The picture apparently was taken in 1997, now published here. It is an amazing thing. It is bacon, it is sausage, and it's on a bed of sauerkraut. And ladies and gentlemen, that is the 5 tech things you should know about. My name is Jeffrey Powers. Thanks a lot for watching. Thanks a lot for listening. I'm going to be in Austin, Texas next week, so I don't know when I get back. I might be a little bit busy, and we might not have a 5 tech things you should know. And of course, CES is in the beginning of January, and we are going there. We're going to be doing 35 hours of live streams just for you. 35 plus hours of live streams just for you. So check that out over at tpn.tv. And of course, check out everything at geekazine.com. I'll keep you all up to date from there. For the 5 tech things you should know about, my name is Jeffrey Powers. Until next time, take care.